What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk. I'm sorry about the last stream. For some reason, it cut out, man. I think I found what the problem was. For some reason, I had my laptop on airplane mode. So I believe that's the reason. Hopefully, we don't have those issues anymore. But I did take it out of airplane mode. I must have hit it while checking something during the stream. I don't know, but it was on airplane mode. But we are good now. I have turned that off, so everything should be just fine. What up, Seth? Shout out to you. Hit that like button on y'all way in. I'm gonna give y'all about 30 seconds, man, to come back in. You got the Tannehill bug, LOL. Ain't no bug, LBJ _ LATV. Ain't no bug. Shout out to you, man. So you're Lakers fan now? Let me know. Let me know, LBJ. Y'all hit that like button on the way in. Yo, TD, I just made a new video mock draft. Hey, man, I'm going to check that out, gamer. I'm going to definitely check that out, man. And I should have you subscribed already. So I should have. I ain't get no notification, though, so I don't know. Let me see, man. Let me see, gamer. It's uploading now. Oh, okay, that's why. All right. Wow, I say I'm not subscribed, and I subscribed the other day right when you told me about it. I just subbed again. I don't know what happened, man. It's uploading now. Tyree Jackson for QB. You gonna keep on pumping that, man? And you still ain't tell me, LBJ, are you a Lakers fan? Let me know if you're a Lakers fan, man. All right, y'all. I have the Dolphins getting defensive tackle Christian Wilkins. I'm gonna have to look into that one, man. We'll see. I just get so nervous. I be wanting them to get some on the whole line so bad, man. All right, guys, but we're gonna switch gears. I'm kind of glad the other stream shut out, and those of you who don't know why, again, I'm sorry about that. What happened was the stream, my internet was on airplane mode. So, and yeah, my laptop, it has airplane mode, but it was on airplane mode. I just realized that when I was checking my connection, so I did get rid of that. All right. So, real quick, man, here's what we're gonna talk about, man. Matter of fact, let me switch up my hat. Let me see what we got today. Go good. We'll go with all right. Gonna rock this boy, man. Shiny. Real shiny. Anyway, man. All right. So listen up, man. Be right back. All right, Seth. Matter of fact, one better. It might be better. Might be too shiny right now. All right, man. Listen. I'm gonna talk about the perfect vision. You know, my vision of the Miami Dolphins being a perfect team, and I gotta sit back and relax, man. Enjoy this conversation. So, my vision of the Miami Dolphins constructing a perfect team, right? So the first thing that comes to mind is all the way at the top. And I know that we already have Stephen Ross, who's willing to spend his own money. All he wants to do is win. So I'm happy with that, okay? I like the fact that we're giving basically Greer the green light for everything. This is his organization now. Run it how you see fit. That's kind of what I'm seeing out of everything. And coming down and hiring the right assistants and things like that in the front office, but above all, the head coach. I love what they're bringing in. And our head coach, our offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, all of that. Now, one part that a lot of people don't talk about is the simple fact that you also want a great coaching staff. And people, when you say coaching staff, people, all they think about is head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. No. Your real coaching staff is your offensive line coach, your quarterbacks coach, running back coach, receiver coach, tight end coach. That's 5 right there. On your defense, defensive line coach, linebacker coach, cornerback coach, safety coach. That's 4. And trust me, y'all, if you know anything about organizations, that's a total of 9 coaches under those coaches, but it's like another 6 coaches. It's like another 6 coaches. Literally. You got defensive end coach versus defensive tackle coach. You got the tackle coaches on the O-line versus the guard coach in the center. That's your real coaching staff. That is the real coaching staff, because those are the guys day in and day out that are literally delivering the message, working with these guys. On TV, you may see the receivers in the room together, but you're also not really seeing the running backs in the room together, the linemen in the room together, the linebackers in the room together. Who's in there with them? Because if you got the linemen in one room, receivers in another room, running backs in another room, offensive coordinator can't be everywhere. It's really the guys that are sitting there as positional coaches. And that's why we hire a Brian Flores, who has proven it at that level. We hire the offensive coordinator for the same thing. That's why that's important. And we have to fix all of that first. Have the right team in place. Everybody, all they want to talk about is, do we win or do we lose? And then they want to blame the head coach. They want to blame the offensive coordinator or the defensive coordinator. But nobody's talking about the ones who really deliver the message and coach all day. Now, ultimately, those guys are responsible as the head coach and defensive and offensive coordinators, but that's why your organization has to be good, man. Your organization has to be good all the way through. And then I'm a firm believer that the first thing that you need to solidify on any team is the defense. The first thing you need to solidify is your defense. And you know what? One thing that a lot of people don't talk about, when you got a good defensive player out there, it's too expensive. People don't talk about that. But a defensive player is very expensive to go find all the weapons that you want. Of course, that's why you got to go in the draft and find your own talent and things like that. But it's not easy. Free agency on defense is tough. Only time you're happy with the free agent defensive player is if you spent big money on them. But I'm one who believes we need to make sure that our defense is A1. I mean, look what we have to work with to begin with. Going into next year, we're close to having one of the greatest secondaries in the NFL. Think about it. With or without Rashad Jones. And for my sake, with my vision, that's without Rashad Jones. So that's what I'm going to talk as if. You got Minka Fitzpatrick at the safety. On the same side as Xavier Howard. And then you have that inside help with Bobby McCain at the nickel. That is a foundation to start with. The only tough part is people don't realize how thin we are. Cam Wake on his way out. We need a defensive end. Robert Quinn ain't work out. Are we going to give him another chance? We need another defensive end possibly. We don't have any tackles that's young. We have no tackles that's young. To be quite honest and fair, we need an entire D-line. We need an entire defensive line. Let's be honest here. The Miami Dolphins need an entire defensive line if we're building something that's going to be sustainable. See, I'm not one of these people like a lot of individuals that come on in the chat that says that only go for immediate success. They don't want to build something long-term and sustainable. Long-term and sustainable, man. We need an entire D-line. Let's just be honest. Nah, TD, we got Charles Harris, Cam, and Spence. Why would you put Cam in there? Cam has one more year in the NFL. Did you just hear me say long-term and sustainable? Long-term and sustainable is the key of what I'm talking about here. And Harris and Spence, how long will we have them? Period, man. We need an entire D-line, honestly. We need an entire D-line. And I was just going to say that about Spence, King Hampton. I ain't going to say he washed up, but, I mean, we want to be better at that position. We want to be better, man. Yeah, I'm good with Harris. But still, at a minimum, we need 4 defensive linemen. Even with Harris. You need depth. We can't go back in the situation of them getting hurt and then all of a sudden, that's it. Taylor and Godshaw are good, though. Charles Harris is a bust. They're good. But are they good enough to be the anchors long-term and sustainable on our D-line? That's what you got to ask about Taylor and Godshaw. We need more DNs, for sure. Excuse me. That's why I want us to get Christian Wilkins. However it happens, gamer, we got to get him. Keep Taylor. Everyone else goes. Yes, we do. Absolutely, bro. We need players like Taylor and Thomas were back in the 90s. TD, I always want the Dolphins to either have a really good season or a really bad season, because if we have a bad season, we get a franchise player. Do we? Do we get a franchise player? Come on, do we? Who was our last draft pick below 10? Who was our last draft pick below 10 in the first 10 picks of the draft? GD, you are correct. Our D-line is terrible. I mean, you say we get a franchise player. Who was our last player in the top 10? Come on, man. Y'all don't like him. Y'all want him out of here. So it ain't a franchise player. The one before that, who was it? Jake Long or who? Ain't even on the team, so I don't get the point there. Do you really think we are going for real tank? No, there is no such thing in the NFL. I don't care if you see teams winning 4 games. I promise you, they weren't trying to tank. No player goes out there like, now I can see if coaches are calling schemes they know ain't gonna work. That's one thing. But y'all got to ask yourself, what is the real definition of tank? Are y'all saying we just don't put talent on the roster? That's tanking? Sometimes no talent on the roster wins. Deion Jordan, same thing. What happened to him? So y'all can't keep on bringing that up about, oh, I hope we tank so we can get a great player or whatever. I don't get it. Ain't nothing in our close past, ain't nothing that tells us that another top draft pick is going to do anything for us. I don't get it. We're not tanking. There is no such thing. NFL players are playing for their next contract. They don't have the luxury of tanking. They have to play their best football every week. Matter of fact, they're pissed if they're not. Think about it. A coach doing stupid stuff, the players uproar, they pissed off. That's why a lot of these coaches don't survive. They lose the locker room in that way because these players want to win. Guys, get it out of your mind. There ain't no such thing as tanking in the NFL. I don't care how much you hear about it on TV and all of that. Don't care. No. Period, man. But we need a D-line. Let's take it a step further on defense. Linebackers? How do y'all feel about our linebackers right now? Only team was coached for luck. They weren't taken, they just sucked. I mean, the only way a team can tank, once again, is trying to get rid of their talent. They know that whoever they have on the field going to try to give their all. That's the only way teams tank. Get rid of all the talent. But then that makes you wonder, Patriots get rid of all their talent every year. Let them win a Super Bowl and 2 or 3 of them guys talking about I'm worth this now. Well, hey, I'm glad we had us a good relationship. I'm proud of you. Go get your money. I don't like any of our linebacking core, to be honest. Strong words. Down in the first round for us. I'm not sure yet, AJ's life. I still got to evaluate. And here's why I got to evaluate still. We have so many gaps, but so little gaps at the same time. I know that sounds weird. We have so many positions we have to address and not that many that we have to address. I know that sounds weird, but some of y'all get it. Some of y'all get it. Linebackers, y'all. I'm going to be honest, man. Somebody said, I like our linebacker group. And then another person said, I don't like any of our linebacker core, to be honest. I want to ask y'all who like the linebacking core, what in the hell do you like? Out of any of them. I'm just going to be hard right now. I'm going to be tough about this right now. I'm coming down on them. I'm coming down. Terrence Herndon said, we good at linebacker. Can you elaborate? Can you tell me what we good at linebacker? What's the main position on defense that really didn't have to deal with as many injuries this year, y'all? Let me know in the comment section. What group had to deal with the least amount of injuries on defense this year? Linebackers. 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 I don't care. Y'all can get mad at me all y'all want. Y'all can get mad at me all y'all want. But I got to keep it 100. I have a strong dislike for our linebacking core. Strong dislike. We don't have one solidified linebacker. Not one. We don't have one solidified. I get jealous of the Cowboys. They got 2 of them in the draft, and oh my God, them boys balling. They are balling. Like, you know the difference from a linebacker. I ain't talking about a linebacker that fits the hole well and can tackle and get downhill and stop the running back, but sucks in the secondary. I ain't talking about no linebacker that can cover very well in the secondary, but can't fit a gap to stop the run. I ain't talking about these one-dimensional players. I'm talking about a linebacker who can stop the run, cover in pass coverage, and jump in the nickel if he have to sometimes. And hop over there in the nickel if you have to. Baker is good. Not good enough. He's young. He's young. I'm just saying. Still got more. He got to develop. Hopefully the new coaches come in. You know, Flores is a developer. So I give us that. I'll guess on that. But I don't see it. I don't see it happening, y'all. I'm going to be optimistic and say Flores is going to change that, though. Now look at Jerome Baker. Maybe. I'm going to be optimistic. But when our defensive line went down, some teams can still recover from losing their defensive line weapons like we did if they had them linebackers, boy. Them linebackers that can literally at least stomp the linemen. Ain't got to win every battle, but they stuffing them holes. Playing it right, pursuing the ball, regardless of what's in front of them. Ain't getting pushed around. Maybe have got pushed, but not around. Linebackers could have softened that situation. And you know why they were no good? Because they ain't got the football brains. Linebackers take more thinking than people think. How many times this year did we literally see all three linebackers selling out on the run? And oh my gosh, it was a play action. They don't turn around and try to find a man and go run after him. They just start backing up like, oh my gosh, I already saw two men go past me. We done. I already know they back there open. Some of them will go for the run, play action, and they just stand there like, like I'm talking about, we need a linebacker that's gonna go for the run, play action. I'm going for the quarterback then if I'm already sucked in. Not sitting there, what do I do? Or I'm getting back trying to find somebody as soon as I can. I can't do it with these guys that's pursuing and then they got beat and they realize it and they're frozen. 40-yard completion. Like, I need somebody who's thinking football, game time situation, who's studying film. Gronk covered up by the receiver right now. I know what this is on film. And the man motioning, like, man, we need some dogs, man. Some linebackers. Some legitimate linebackers. Not these one-trick ponies, man. He tackles well, but sucks in coverage. He's great in coverage, but sucks at tackling. He can tackle and he can cover, but he can't stop the run whatsoever. No. We got to do better, man. We need some. See, listen, y'all. This is my whole point I was making on the last video about what is your priority on the team as far as position. What is the priority on the team as far as positions that we need to focus on? Because we got some holes that people actually don't even think is a hole. They like, we drafted 2 linebackers last year. They going to grow and get better. Like, people already checked them in. If Kiko is people like right now, like, all right, let's go through the whole roster. Kiko, all right, we got Kiko. Now Jerome doing okay, so I see him for the future. He got his spot. You know, Raekwon, I don't know. You know, maybe we need one more linebacker. Come on. That's how people looking at it. How you penciling in a Jerome Baker just because we got him last year and he's still developing? Matter of fact, you don't get no better film than what you got last year when the D-line went out. You got to see if these guys can shine, if they can make a play. Make a play. Show some form of dominance. Look at how I'm impacting this game. No. We get happy because he just tackled the guy for a loss of 2 yards. Oh, that's the run stopper, but he done got burnt 10 times in this game in coverage. But we ain't thinking about that because it's defense. We don't really study the name who got burnt. Yeah, it's that guy again. Who got burnt? No, we don't study that. Then you get another linebacker. Oh, look, he done batted the ball down. Good job. But done got blown up every time the run came his way. We don't think about that because it's a run game. It's D-line suck. Linebackers didn't help. Corners came down, had to help. Nobody think about the granular stuff. And Kiko just everywhere. One personal foul away from getting kicked out of the league. I don't know. So some weeks he want to tackle. Some weeks he can't. But it's Kiko. I don't know. He got us some fumbles, TD. Okay. All right. Got us more than some. He got us quite a few fumbles. Even a pick, I think. I don't know. Did it matter? I even go out on a limb. We probably lost all them games. Who knows? We need some linebackers, man. We need some linebackers, man. Then when you look at the cornerback position, you like, we got Xavier Howard. Oh, slow down. We don't know what we got. Keep telling y'all that. This is why I said we got so many needs, but we don't have needs. Because some of us are so enamored in the fact of the player that's there, you believe in them. We're so enamored by the fact that we believe in a player that's there and think, okay, we got that covered. We just need to fill in the holes that we know he ain't got covered. When a lot of these guys that we think we got covered, we don't know. We don't know what they're going to turn out to be. We using words like, his talent is promising. Promising. Promisings aren't always promised. It don't always work out that way. Promises are broken. Sorry for you young viewers, but that's the reality. A lot of times promises are broken in this world. He has a good upside. What in the heck is upside? I'm tired of people using that term. Upside. Upside. And then their calculation for upside is how he looks right now. So say on a scale of 1 to 10, he looked like a 10 out of 10. He got so much room that he can grow. And so could we automatically give every player a cap of 10? He can be a 10. He got upside because his age. Upside because that's what people say. He got more upside. Like Rashad Jones can play 10 times better than Minka Fitzpatrick today. And people be like, I'll go with Minka because he got more upside. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, people will be like, if you want to take a 10 out of 10 Rashad Jones or a 7 out of 10 Minka Fitzpatrick, I'll take a 7 out of 10 Minka Fitzpatrick because he got a bit greater upside. I agree. I know what you mean with that. But people get those confused as if you're supposed to always take the upside. In the linebacker situation, I'm not a fan of looking at the upside because I saw everything I needed to see. Some players, you see they have that knack to be a beast, and some players just don't. And I don't see it on our linebacking core. And us saying, but Baker's good, ain't good enough. Of course, he has time to show us and change even my thoughts on that. But if you don't think we need a linebacker or two right now, I don't. Once again, I'm not going to say you don't know football. I question your football knowledge. I question it. Don't mean I'm right. I could be wrong. You could be the right one. But no, we got to get out of that mentality. Appreciate you, Nick. Which is it? A TD? Was it the defensive coordinator or the talent? Huh? Which is it? A TD? Was it the defensive coordinator or the talent? A combination of both. A combination of both. Defensive coordinator, it was pretty glaring for me just with the football knowledge I have. And once again, that may not be saying much. That way I don't make any of y'all feel like I'm trying to one-up you on football knowledge. I ain't trying to do that. But I saw enough with Matt Burke when your defensive line can't get it done. You got to call on the linebackers to help. You called on the linebackers to help, and they are not getting it done. You can't sell out and bring everybody downhill, so you need to change your game plan. You need to, instead of putting 4 on the line, put 5 on the line of scrimmage and challenge the offensive lines. Here we are rushing 4, and they got 7 on the line of scrimmage. They can get double teams where they choose. Put 5 on the line, and then y'all even notice the rare few times we put 5 on the line, almost every time we were successful. Almost every time. But Burke couldn't see that to do it consistently. He didn't start doing that to the last 2 weeks of the season, and he still wouldn't do it on a consistent basis. That's on him. We already knew the talent wasn't there fully with the injuries happening. But a good coaching will mask the talent. That's what it's always been about. Good coaching is going to put players in a great position. Tony Romo said this the other day whenever they were trying to bait him into saying something bad about Dak Prescott. They said, do you think Dak Prescott is in a perfect situation, one that you never had? Tony Romo told him, oh, he's in an amazing situation. And then they couldn't get him to say, oh, more than he had. So they asked him, do you think it's because of Prescott or do you think it's because of Jason Garrett? And he literally said, no, it's the coach's job to put every player in the best position they can possibly put them in. It's the coach's job to make the game easy for players. The players still have to go perform, but the coaches got to put them in positions to be successful. Matt Burke couldn't do that. And he didn't learn from just visual evidence right in front of him. Every time I do this, it works. Why wouldn't I stick with it? No, just go right back to the same thing I've been doing and getting ate up by it. It's ridiculous, man. So it's a combination of both. We definitely didn't have the talent on the D-line. We didn't have the talent, sure didn't have the talent at the linebacking position. And truth be told, it's still shaky at corner. Because Xavier Howard, we don't know what we got. We all hoping we got what we think we got. We don't know. I think the kid will be fine, but we don't know though. We don't know. And then opposite of Xavier Howard, what in the hell are we going to do? Because I'm sure they're going to put Minka back at free safety next year, and they're going to put Bobby McCain in the nickel. We still need a whole cornerback, an entire corner. Not no McTire because he got murdered this year. We still need a cornerback. And then we got to ask ourselves, are we going to stick with TJ McDonald? And if we do, how long? Are we going to try to develop him and make him a future? Or are we going to move on from him? It's a lot, man. I like Greedy Williams too. Skaggs. It's a lot. Do y'all see that? We have so much on defense, but so little. Think about it, man. I want y'all to do this. If Rashard Jones is gone, right? If Rashard Jones is gone, name the top 4 players on our defense. Name the top 4 players on our defense who should start next year. I ain't say who will start next year. Who should start next year? Guaranteed, they got their position. What's up, TD? Hope you're feeling better. Just joined the stream. Appreciate y'all, Drew. He couldn't make adjustments. Sure couldn't. I got you, gamer. I'm going to check it out. I got you, Skags. I'm going to check you out. Our weakest position, defensive tackle. Now gamer 500,000 commented on my question. Said Wake, Howard, McCain, and a draft pick. So you mean to tell me Minka's not in there? You put Wake in there before Minka? Xavier Howard, Fitzpatrick, Baker, and Wake. Do y'all see that? Bobby, Kiko, Minka, Howard. Do y'all see that? Do y'all notice? Watch this, y'all. Howard, Minka, Rashard, Kiko, McMillan. Howard is on everybody's. Minka is on everybody's. But you see how that third person keeps switching? Somebody say Rashard. Somebody say Cam Wake. Somebody say Bobby McCain. Y'all see, hopefully y'all see what I'm doing here. I asked us to list 4 players, and we get to the third one, and it keeps switching for people. That's a problem. That's a problem. When you can't literally say 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a problem. And why would you even include Wake? Great player, but is his production? Yeah, but his production was down because of whatever. It's the team. And he's on his way out. So maybe I should have even asked the question, what are the top 4 players that's going to start next year on the defense? That'll be in our future plans. You can still only go as far as Howard and Minka. And Bobby McCain. Bobby McCain is good in the nickel. People need to go ahead and dump the season he had at corner. He was helping the team. Bobby's good at the nickel. But that's a problem, y'all. You can only name 3 for the future. What about the other 8 that has to start? And we ain't named 1 defensive lineman for the future. Not 1 on our roster right now. That's definite, solidified. Not 1 linebacker. Y'all keep on saying Baker and Raekwon McMillan. Y'all only saying that because they young. But we're talking about the young ones who's solidified. Definitely. They're going to be in this league. They're going to be with us for a while. Do y'all see that? The entire D-line, not 1 person in that? Taylor, maybe. Coming off an injury. You got to look at that stuff too. But that's an issue, y'all. We got more needs than we think while not having the needs because we got bodies there. And some of them have upside, right? We need a nose guard. We need an edge rusher. I know we need a nose guard. We need an edge rusher. We need a linebacker. We need another corner. But this is what I'm talking about. Do y'all realize how many needs we have to address? But everybody's talking quarterback. So we can bring in a guy that has almost 5,000 yards, 70% completion, 35 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions, and only win 7 games in the season? Because the defense sucked? And this is what I try to teach people off of, man. We got all the facts in front of us from history. Is this not the same situation the Falcons dealing with? Going 7-9? Trash defense? It's an offensive league. No, it's not. It's not an offensive league. It's a defensive league. Because when you have powerful offenses, the only teams that wins are the ones whose defense played better in that day. See, y'all got it twisted. You think because everybody putting up points, it's an offensive league. No. If I put up 45 and you put up 44, it was never an offensive league. It was the fact that your defense held me to 1 point less. Why do you think we got all these high-scoring 30-something to 30-something games? Teams still losing after scoring over 45 points and still losing. Think about starting your season and saying, what do you think about this game one? If I told you we scored 41 points, W. Yeah, we had lost that game. Yeah, we scored 41 though. They just scored 46. What would you say? We scored 38 today. Man, W. No, we lost, The coach put up 42 on us. Come on, man. Man, we put up 30 points today. Man, that's nice. Did y'all win? No, we lost. Other team had 31. Come on, man. Come on. What's the rank of the defense of both teams in the Super Bowl? I don't know. But I need to help you understand something. It's not just about the rank of the defense. It's about whose defense is going to stop you more. Tom Brady's offense last year in the Super Bowl had more production than the Eagles. More explosive than the Eagles. What happened? Hello? Yeah, what's going on? All right, why? Well, I know. That's on you. You just let me know. And I'm good. Oh yeah, I'm staring at mine too. All right, bye. Make sure I ain't got no notification. All right, cool. My bad, y'all. Gotta score, big dog. That's not what I'm saying. Y'all missing it. We know you gotta score. We know you have to score. But why are all these scoring teams losing? Why are all these scoring teams losing? Look at 2 weeks ago. Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes. You know what the difference in the game was? The Patriots defense showed up in the first half. Their defense showed up in the first half. And to be fair, if they would have kept getting pressure on Mahomes, it would have been even worse. And then what would we have said? When they barely scored. When the Chargers played the Patriots. Oh, the Chargers better this year. They offense much more better this year. Why did the Chargers lose? Because the Patriots defense put a number on them early in the game. I'm saying all that to say you can get by with a subpar defense, but you need an elite offense. It's not true. You can get by with the very opposite. A subpar offense, but you need a good defense. See, the problem is we done got away from that because of the Patriots. I don't know. Listen, y'all caught up in that Patriots mental world spin. They screwing everybody head up. No wonder they keep winning. Because everybody looking at it as their offense is doing it. And all they always need is a decent defense. When it matters most, their defense is the reason why they be winning them. People be like, oh, they gave up 30 points though. Did you see how it happened? Did you see how dominant they were in this game? And then a few trash time drives at the end or something, build some points up, and we like, oh, we can't say it was the defense. Come on, man. Yeah, you need to be better on offense. But at the end of the day, your defense got to be ready. Because when you're playing the best talent in the NFL, when you're playing the best talent in the NFL in the playoffs for at least 3 games to win it all, you're going to have a great defense to last you through. You're going to have to. New England makes the play when it counts. Yes, they do. And on defense, too. Every time they go to or win Super Bowls, they have a top 10 offense. What is your point? And on top of it, you should check their offensive stats this year, Skaggs. But they got a top 10 offense. What a lot of y'all don't realize, see, this is why I question some of y'all football knowledge, okay? Do you understand what makes a top offense a lot of times? Time of possession. I know the Patriots take a while to get down the field, but do you also realize that the Patriots get the other team off the field a lot? And they allow the Patriots to even have more possessions? Defense allows your offense to have more possessions. People don't talk about that. If you go from a team that scores 20 points a game, and if your defense is so good that instead of you getting the ball 7 times in the game, they allow you to get it 10 times, you might average 30. And it's going to say top 10 offense. Do you remember week 4? In week 4, we punted the ball like, I don't even know. We had to punt the ball at least, I feel like 15 times. No, it probably wasn't no 15. Probably was something like 8 or some 9 or something. But it felt like we were punting forever. Do you know how many times they gave their team the ball back? Do you know how many times we were live and I'll do game breaks and I'm seeing the Patriots at the top? Man, they just punted the ball off to the other team. How the Patriots already got it back? That's what the Patriots did to Chiefs. Exactly. First half, punted like 5, 6 times. And then y'all are looking stuff like, yeah, but the Chiefs still had, like, I don't know what they had. I don't even care if it was 30. They still had 30 points. The defense ain't play that good. You see what I'm talking about? I question your football knowledge. This is the NFL. The new age defenses, there is no such thing as a good defense because no one is going to be dominant like that. No defense is dominant like that on any team. Name a dominant defense this year, y'all. Put it in the comment section. Name a dominant defense this year. Please tell me, name a dominant defense this year. Bears. Ravens were good. Bears. No dominant. There you have it. There weren't no dominant. You know what it was? Their stats were better than everybody else, so they have the #1 rated defense. You're missing it. Y'all missing it. There were no dominant defenses this year. Their stats were just better than everyone, so they're ranked #1. Go take a look back at Seattle Legion of Boom. Go take a look at their defensive stats as a team versus some of the what y'all think is a dominant defensive team this year, Ravens, Bears, and go look at some of them. See how the definition of dominant is different in today's football. I know stats don't lie. That's what I'm giving you right now. But if you talking about dominant, say the most dominant defense 10 years ago gave up an average of 60 yards rushing a game, just hypothetically. Today's dominant is giving up 95 per game. That's what today's dominant is. So we lose track. You know why? Because everybody has shifted their money to offense and nobody's focusing on just straight up defense like they used to. Everybody's abandoned the defensive strategy. They're abandoning it. They done jump ship. Everybody taking a lot of their money off of the defense and trying to put it on offense. That's what they're trying to do because of the Patriots. And they all wrong because that ain't how the Patriots did it. The Patriots actually developed their defensive players. People think it's just, take your money off defense and put it on offense. I go out on a limb to guess that the Patriots probably spend more money on defense than offense. I'll go out on a limb to say that the Patriots probably spend more money on defense than offense. Come on, man. Patriots don't do that mess. Everybody focusing on offense. He ain't even got a good offense on paper. Brady ain't even got a good offense on paper. Stats. This year wasn't even a good offensive year for Brady. One of his worst ever. Facts. You know how many games the defense won for them this year? I remember that game. I don't know if it was the Buffalo or the Jets. It was primetime TV at night. If it wasn't for that interception, they might have lost that game. If it wasn't for that interception, they might have lost it. Plenty games like that for them. Everybody thought it was over for them on how they looked early. They didn't look that much more impressive later. They defense played good. Pats have their best running game with a line that nobody know anybody's name on the O-line. It's crazy, man. Pats have their best running game ever. And that's still not saying much. That's still not saying much. It's still not saying much, man. And at the end of the day, I need to stop using the Patriots as an example anyway, because everything about the organization it's not defense or offense. It's just well-rounded all the way around. Well-rounded. You can't compare a team to the Patriots when you have the GOAT at quarterback. Do you realize he really be taking over games? Yeah, I do. But you know what? Scrawny little kid named Tom Brady comes into the league. Nobody's looking at him or expecting him to be good, great, or anything of that sort. Of the sorts. No one. No one, man. Somebody says success starts at the quarterback position and head coach. Is that why Flacco and Harbaugh went to a Super Bowl? and won a Super Bowl and then never made the playoffs for the next 6 years? Is that why? Success started with the quarterback position and head coach? I'll challenge you on that, Jay. It was more like the defense. It was more about the defense that did it for him. Come on, y'all. I got to see the writing on the wall, man. See the writing on the wall. Defense, man, we need to tighten up the defense. We need to tighten up the defense. Really tighten it up. Put some money into the defense. And then on the other side of the ball, put some money on the offensive line. That's it. Defense and offensive line. That's all the Miami Dolphins need to do. Is focus on defense, number one. Number two, fix the O-line, and that is it. Nothing more, nothing less. That is it. That needs to be the 2019 focus. Improving the defense by far and fixing the offensive line. Done. Done. Nothing else. I'm not talking about quarterback because I don't care if we get rid of the one we got now. I'm not even talking about that. But if we fix the defense and get an O-line, it's impossible for us not to make the playoffs. It's impossible. Impossible. I even go out on a limb. If Tannehill is our quarterback, we are going deep in the playoffs. Fix the O-line. Ramp up the defense. That's why I like the Flores hire too. Defensive minded. Even though he's going to be a coach sitting back and coaching coaches, but defensive minded. Tyree Jackson doesn't need a line. Now, you done told me everything I need to know about you, LBJ. You just answered it for me. Meldon Brown, he don't choke. The line chokes. Somebody say you need a quarterback to make the playoffs. Then why Matt Ryan sitting at home? Solo boys, though. Why did Matt Ryan win 7 games this year? Solo boys, though. Why did Matt Ryan win 7 games this year if you need a QB to make the playoffs? He a QB. Matt Ryan overrated. Yeah, but what quarterback you going to bring in that's going to throw 4,924 yards? That's going to have a 70% completion percentage. That's going to have a touchdown to interception ratio 35-7. And you say overrated. He might be overrated because he ain't the GOAT. But I don't know what world you think it gets better than that. Tyree Jackson ain't coming close. Ain't even coming close. Ain't even coming close. We're out of here with that, man. He sucked. Hey, I hope you ain't talking about Matt Ryan. If y'all on here saying Matt Ryan sucks, then hey, y'all are proving it for me. You are proving it for me. You done lost your mind. You done lost your mind. I would take Tannehill over Ryan. LBJ, just keep on showing us. Just keep on. That way people can understand they don't need to listen to nothing you say then. Keep Ryan Tannehill. And you will see how he makes the defense get drained fast and give up. Batman Pops, I don't even see how you get that. First of all, they ain't going to give up. They NFL players. They're going to play their hardest to get killed if they do. Second off, you get Tannehill offensive line, we have a much better time of possession at that point. Matter of fact, you get an O-line, you give the defense more time. See, y'all keep making it about Tannehill. It's about the O-line for him. Come on, man. If you want long-term success, it starts with the head coach and quarterback. And I mean, if you want a long-term winning organization, show me a team that win consistently without both. That's such a Jay Orion. That's such a half question. And let me tell you why. It's just like when you hear fake news. You target the point you're trying to make. But I ain't gonna let that happen. I'm gonna bring the big picture. Tell me a head coach and quarterback who's done it that ain't have everybody around them good either. Now watch this. I can't wait for you to say who I already know you're gonna say, and I'm gonna prove that wrong. Now, if you want to start and you want to say coach, that's a different story. I am a firm believer that coach is at the top of everything. The coach is at the top of everything. But you show me a team, a coach and quarterback who ain't had a good team around. You want me to show you an organization that's done it without those two? I can't. But can you show me an organization that's done it without a good team all around? See, you want to limit it to two people like they're the only ones. You show me one who's done it, quarterback and coach. No, that's telling half the story. Those same quarterbacks and coaches that's done it have had a good team. And I was waiting on somebody to just jump in and say New England. That's another thing that's so underrated. Not overrated, underrated. Patriots always got a great team around them. But they smart enough to make sure that these guys don't become big names. Now, all of a sudden in the media, have we always overlooked Julian Edelman? Is he actually one of the greatest receivers ever? All in the media last week. And truth be told, he has an argument. Y'all think just because he ain't 6 foot tall, he ain't mossing, leaping up, that he ain't one of the best receivers ever? He's not. What makes it okay? Watch this, y'all. I'm not even sold on him being that either. But hold on, let's back up. What makes a great receiver? What makes a great receiver? And you can't talk about somebody's physical stature that makes them a great receiver. There are intangibles that make people great. What makes a great receiver? Good with their hands? Julian Edelman, one of the greatest with his hands. So don't even get me started on third down percentage. I bet you his is better than any one of them Hall of Famers on third down. Toughness, Julian Edelman. Wes Welker better. He's trying to be Wes Walker. It's Welker, not Walker. It doesn't matter. If you're performing, I don't care if you got the greatest quarterback of all time. If he's throwing you that ball and you catching them at a high clip, you ain't dropping balls all over the field, you running superb routes. You can't say nothing about they route running. Every receiver on the Patriots, nobody can say nothing about they route running. They have some of the best route runners in the NFL. Best route runners in the NFL. And you wonder why they're successful and they can afford so many guys, because he's giving you, watch this, some of y'all gonna hate this and you're gonna jump all over me, but please listen before you jump on. Let me finish my point before you jump on me for saying this. He is more impactful in a game than Odell Beckham. Facts. And let me explain why. What makes Odell Beckham? 1,200 yards a season. I don't know, 15 touchdowns. Do you know that Edelman? Of course he ain't going to be 1,200 yard receiver. He going to get his 700 to 800 because his partner over there getting 7 or 8 and his other partner over there getting 7, 8, or 9. Because that's how what their offense is predicated off of. But I dare you to go look at OBJ's his third down percentage. I'll take Wes Welker all day, any day. Second down percentage, I'll take him on any percentage. So don't sit here and tell me, oh, the Patriots did it, just the coach and the quarterback. Everybody underestimates their roster because they didn't spend big money on it, because they developed the roster. That's why I said you can say coach, because he developed those players to do their job and do it at a high level, better than these superstars. It's just that they're not put in positions to have to prove it as often as a superstar is because their team is so good overall. They got a ton of great players over there at the Patriots. The problem is none of them big money, none of them big names, none of them superstars, because that's the culture. It's the culture. Everybody and their mama before these last 2 games for the Patriots would have been easily. Gronk ain't the same Gronk he's been. He falling off. This, that, and this. Look at the last 2 games. Look who showed up. A great QB can make a garbage wide receiver look good. And a great offensive line can make an average quarterback look real good. A good receiver has great hands, reliable, tough, good separation. Name a receiver on the Patriots that don't have all 4. All 4. And we want to say it's the quarterback. I even do one better. As tough as some of those throws are that Brady throws, think about the receivers. Excuse me. Double coverage, third downs, one hand, getting hit. And once again, people want to talk about Tom Brady has the best running game he's ever had this year. I'm not debating that. But what that got to do with him? Tom Brady don't get no credit for that. And to be fair, you're kind of right. That's what carried him this year. That's what carried him this year. Even when they beat the Chiefs, people underestimate how they were pounding that ball early in the game. That's what was they had the longest drive in Patriot history on the first drive of the game. On the first drive of the game. And that wasn't the only one. I think they even later in that game, they broke the record for that one. Longest drive. You think that's from passing the ball? Running the ball. Tom Brady ain't got nothing to do with that. Truth be told, that's the true success this year. Not Tom Brady, but the run game emerging. And the defense playing just good enough to where the offense can always have the advantage. TD, when is the last time the Miami Dolphins had a coach to coach more than 4 years? I don't know. It's been forever. But I blame that on the fan base. They in the era of the internet. So it's ingrained in this new generation that, and I know everybody in here ain't the new generation, but still, even the era of the internet has transformed even older heads. They're ingrained. It's been created in human nature for U.S. citizens now to want things fast and immediate. Immediate gratification is what you look for. Jealousy is at its all-time high. When you see somebody else have it, why don't I have it? How can I get it? How can I get it fast? We have no patience to even deal with something such as a rebuild. Let us get rid of everybody this all season. And our team literally comes out in the press and says, we are rebuilding. Don't have any high expectations. Let our new coach go out there with the rebuilding team. Ain't no great talent. I mean, you got young, good talent, and we win 10 games, go to a wild card and lose. Oh, boy, our future's bright. Yeah! Then the very next year, we go 9-7 and just miss the playoffs. That's all right. That's all right, but we were close. And look at what we have. Then the year after that, we go 7-9. People be calling for the coach head. Man, no, he ain't the answer, man. All he's done is digress. They don't want to trust the process. They don't want to trust the process. See, things like that do happen. And organizations panic. You know why? Everybody in the media, all the fans, get rid of them. Oh, we need this, we need that. They already out on it. They already out. They don't even want them no more. Kills me. That's why we can't. And that's in an ideal situation. Our situations have been a lot worse. But even in a better situation like that, going to a playoffs and losing, going 9-7 and just missing it, and then going 7-9, fire them. Fire them. I question their football knowledge, man. It's not about always the record. It's about what are you building? What happened this year? What caused that? See, nobody's going to care that, hey, we lost Xavier Howard next year, and that's why we had went 9-7 after we did that 10-6. You know, and that kind of hurt us. Nobody's going to care about, well, you know, the quarterback just isn't working out. The one that we drafted just ain't working out. His play's declining. And we went 7-9. No, they're going to be like, fire the coach. It's your fault the quarterback ain't working out. That's what they're going to say. It's not always the coach's fault. I'll let some of y'all tell it. Didn't Tannehill get several coaches fired? But you don't think the same way if it was a different situation. If we went and got rid of Tannehill and y'all went and drafted whatever quarterback y'all want, Kyler Murray, whoever y'all want, Jackson, I don't matter who you want. Since you wanted that player, you'll overlook him. You'll go straight to the coach. Fire him. Fire him. It's crazy, man. Gates gave talent away. I have given the Dolphins a clean slate this year, coming into the season open-minded. Keep that, man. Don't let these negative Nancy's take that from you, man. I love the coaching lineup. We are putting together Black Dolphins. Now gets let's get Tyree Jackson. Tyree Jackson ain't coming to Miami, man. Listen, he's not. Okay? He's just not, man. So you think we should have kept Gase? I'm not saying that either. Because Gase doesn't have the patience for what we need to do. He doesn't have the patience for what we need to do. But I also think it's unfair that sometimes the organization don't have the patience for the coach and what we need to do. I like Gase too, but he showed himself too in the regular season. Obvious adjustments that could have been made. Weren't doing it. Wasn't doing it. Gase needed QB. He needed QB. He needed a guard. He needed a center. He needed another guard. He needed a tight end. He needed a defensive end. He needed a defensive tackle and another defensive tackle. He needed 2 linebackers. He needed another corner. Come on, man. Gase will make Jets offensive better. Okay. That's fun to say when all they can do is go up. That's easy to say. I wouldn't be mad if we drafted a tight end this year. I don't know, D Coat 864. What round are you talking? Now, if you saying if we drafted a tight end in the 4th round, I mean, who can be mad? You probably man, you see a talent that you feel can be better than the ones we got, yeah. But if you talk about a 1st or 2nd round pick, I'd be mad. Yeah, I figured you meant later rounds, but I'd definitely be mad if we talked about an earlier pick. We got more pressing positions that we can use them earlier picks on. Much pressing, man. But y'all, this TD Fans talk, man. I'm about to get out of here, run a few errands, man. Hopefully, I go live back again with y'all later today. Y'all make sure y'all turn on your notifications. Again, this TD Fans talk, y'all. Just coming at y'all talking about these. I mean, for me, is it earlier we talked about is it all about the quarterback? Then I was talking about on this stream the vision of the team, man. Like, and then we just got stuck on the defense, actually realizing how many needs we actually have. We have so many needs and so many non-needs. It's kind of crazy. But if you didn't watch it all, go check it out, man. TD, get some water too. Yeah, I'm about to, man. I'm about to take down a gallon probably today. But yeah, man, this TD Fans Talk. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We're over 3,700 subscribers. We're on the road to 3,800, y'all. Soon I'll be having a huge, major giveaway. Me and the wife have been talking about. So y'all stay tuned, man. We're going to spin that wheel one day and give away a lot of stuff, man. It's going to be pretty fun, man. Much better than it was last time. That was the first time I did it. I had to learn how to do it. All right, LBJ. Peace out to you too, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace.